Hi everyone, it's Anja from Cooking with Plants and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, then it's so great to have you here, and if you're a regular subscriber, welcome back. As always, I love sharing simple plant-based recipes with you, and today is no exception to the rule. It's a delicious Mexican tofu burrito bowl, and I'm going to show you how to make that right now.
Cooking with Plants, vegan made easy.
So for this recipe, I'm just going to use my little electric plug-in pan. It is a Sunbeam brand for those of you that are interested. I don't normally use this to cook with. I would use my regular non-stick pan. I use a Circulon pan. But if you are looking for a plug-in solution and an electric fry pan, then this is the one I use. So first up, I've got half a block of tofu that I'm using, so about 225 grams. It is firm tofu, so depending on the texture that you prefer, if you prefer a more crumbly texture as opposed to a smoother texture, then use the firm tofu instead. Otherwise, use whichever tofu you normally use. And all I'm going to do is actually crumble this up. So it represents a ground beef texture. So you could use a potato masher or a fork for this, but I just like to use my fingers and just get in there and crumble it all up. Give my hands a quick wash. So before I even turn the heat on for this pan, I'm going to keep it cold. I'm going to throw in all of my main ingredients and then cook them up. So next up, I'm adding a small grated carrot into this. I did peel the carrot, but if you're super lazy, then by all means leave the skin on. Next, I'm adding in 1/4 cup of corn kernels. So these could be frozen, fresh, or from a can. I've got 1/2 cup of black beans, but you could use any beans that you have in your pantry or any beans that you like to eat if you don't like black beans. But I love the taste of black beans, and I love the combination of the black beans with the tofu in this mix. I'm also adding in 1/4 cup of store-bought salsa. This is a mild version. Sometimes I use the spicy, just whatever I have on hand. Not only is it great as a dip with some corn chips, but I love to mix it into my meals as well. It just adds some quick zip and zing. It's tomato based. It usually has some onion and capsicum in there, so I don't need to cook those up and chop it up. It just makes it quick and easy. So just look for your favorite brand, and if you prefer a salt reduced brand or you prefer to make it yourself, by all means do, but that's what I'm using today. Then to this you could add some extra greens if you wanted to add some cilantro or some spinach, but I'm keeping it pretty neutral today. I'm just focusing on my beans and tofu, my carrot, and some corn, and then I'm going to top it with some other things as well. So keeping it pretty straightforward, just with the things that I had on hand. And that's the beauty of this dish, that you can just throw in whatever you enjoy to eat, whatever you have in the fridge or in your pantry or in your freezer. Just get creative and mix it up to whatever you like to use. So as I mentioned, I'm using a mild salsa, and I do like the taste of chili, so I'm going to add in some chili flakes. But again, you could add some fresh chili as well. That would make it absolutely delicious. I'm adding in a dash of smoked paprika. I just love the taste of smoked paprika. It's so delicious, especially in this tofu mix. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of cumin powder. Oh, that just smells so good. And now it's time to turn on the heat and give this a stir through. If it does stick to the bottom, just add some splashes of water or some vegetable broth and it'll cook up perfectly. You don't need any oil added to this. It just cooks up so easily and so quickly, and it's absolutely delicious. Okay, so I've been stirring this for about 3 minutes and it's heated through. It's nicely cooked and it smells amazing. Now all I'm going to do is top it with some avocado. I've also got some cherry tomatoes here, so I'm just going to put those over the top. I like to have them fresh. If you prefer to cook them through, then by all means do, but I like them fresh on top. It just adds a little bit of freshness to the whole dish. And you could serve this with some brown rice, with some quinoa, with some steamed vegetables. You could put a salad on the side. It's just so versatile. Again, whatever you have on hand, just use that. That's what I'm all about, just quick and easy with the ingredients that you have, and just adding a nice combination of nutrition into your bowl or onto your plate, because that's what you should be eating to keep healthy and energized. So if you're struggling with preparing meals, especially plant-based meals, then I have a 7-day meal plan down below. It's absolutely free. You can download it straight to your computer and print it out. Take it shopping with you, get the ingredients, and you're set for 7 days. It'll show you what to eat for your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and for all your snacks as well. So that will get you started super, super quickly. If you do want to dive a little bit deeper, I have a full meal prep course that has 5 hours of training in there on how to store food, how to get your nutrition balanced. I have a mix and match meal planner in there, so you just know exactly how to put meals together. I use that same planner for all of my meals that I make for myself. I use it in creating these recipes. I use it in my cookbooks. I've got 4 published cookbooks. So have a look at that, and if you do want that course, I've got a special offer for you today. If you use the code TOFU50, you're going to get a discount of 50% on that course. You've made it to the end of this video. You've showed that you're dedicated to your health and you're interested in plant-based eating, so I want to reward you for that. And I would love for you to try out the course because it's absolutely amazing. It'll show you how to cook for everyone in your family, not just vegans, but also vegetarians. If you've got meat eaters in the family, I'll give you lots of tips and tricks. I show you how to use your fridge and your freezer so you can have meals prepared and you can store your foods in a way that's going to really keep them fresh and make them last longer as well. So there's just so many tips and tricks in there, and I would love for you to try out that meal prep course, meal planning course, so to speak, as well. So I hope you love this recipe as much as I do. I am just breathing this in and wanting to taste it so badly. It smells absolutely delicious, and I'm going to have this for my breakfast today. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you for the next recipe. Bye for now. Oh, smells so good. Oh yeah.